Who are you?
I'm a police officer.
All right.
You want to see my ID?
Yeah, I would really expect you to show it to me.
Here you go. Detective Sergeant Jamie Wiseman.
DS, yeah.
Okay.
And any detective work to be getting on with, or?
Well, no, I'm due to be
more
going
worried
home now.
about. All right, then go home then.
No, I'm more worried about you.
Today's video is courtesy of Coley Burks. You'll find their link in the description. So be sure to check it out and show some support. I end this episode. An auditor is filming from a public footpath outside Southampton Central Police Station, a lawful and routine activity. Within minutes, officers respond, treating the situation as potential risk and carrying out a search, but nothing is found. The encounter quickly becomes focused on authority and procedure rather than any clear evidence.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm making a video.
Of what?
The police building.
Okay, why are you filming people's cars when they're coming out of there then? Because they're personal cars, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're in public.
Well, they're not in public at the moment.
Who are you?
I'm a police officer.
All right.
You want to see my ID?
Yeah, I would really expect you to show it to me.
Here you go. Detective Sergeant Jamie Wiseman.
DS, yeah.
Okay.
And any detective work to be getting on with, or?
Well, no, I'm due to be
more
going
worried
home now.
about. All right, then go home then.
No, I'm more worried about you filming people's private cars.
3 officers approach, and the opening concern is about filming private cars, framed as a security issue. It sounds reasonable at first, but it quickly becomes a focus of the interaction that I in general. There is no law preventing filming of vehicles visible from a public place. Registration plates are displayed openly and are routinely captured by dash cams, CCTV, and official systems. This raises a question of whether the concern is truly about legality or simply being used to justify further questioning in the moment.
Police officers, and you're filming our personal cars when we come out.
But I don't.
That makes me very jumpy.
Just to let you know as well, we're on body video as well, okay?
All right. What are you jumpy about?
Well, my personal details going out on social media or something like that.
Like you're just assuming that it's gonna go on social media. Do you know any of this? Like you're just assuming.
No, I'm asking you.
Okay. What do you want me to say? Like,
Well, I want you to tell me what you're going to do with that information.
it's my own recreation, whatever I please to do with it.
So what makes you want to do it then?
I'm not interested in anyone's private plates. Who can pull information from your reg?
So why are you filming the cars when they come out of there then?
Because this is what I'm choosing to do with my time today.
Yeah, but why are you doing that? Did you
'Cause
say
I
you're not
wanna film.
interested in people's private
No,
plates?
I'm not.
You're recording when they come out of there.
What can I do with someone's private plate? Only yourselves in the
I've got
DVLA
no
could
idea.
pull that
I've
info.
got no idea.
Okay, well rest
But
assured, I'm not
it makes
interested.
me feel very uncomfortable.
All right, well, Sergeant, rest assured, I'm not interested in harming anyone or using your plate for any sort of
And also,
ulterior motives.
Being a police station, okay, this is a target of anyone for anything. And that makes me quite nervous that you're actually filming a police station.
Well, I can do it. I'm in public. I can film any police station I like. Do you think this is a valuable target for
Yeah, I do.
who?
I've got no idea.
Like who?
It's a police station.
So what, has this police station been attacked before?
The detective then shifts to a security argument, saying filming police vehicles makes officers feel at risk. It sounds serious, but when asked for a specific example, he admits he cannot point to one. This highlights a key issue. Security concerns need to be backed by clear facts, not just general fear. Without evidence or real cases, the justification becomes uncertain. The auditor also questions the logic, noting that genuine threats would not usually involve open, visible filming in plain sight. This further weakens the argument and brings the focus back to whether there are actual grounds for action.
It's filming, bro. Rest assured, it's filming. Like, I don't think this is a valuable target for a terrorist. Has the police station ever been attacked
Yeah.
by a terrorist? Has they?
Yeah. London
Which
police
one?
stations have been attacked quite regularly.
I don't think they have.
Okay.
Well, name one then. So you can't name them, but you're saying that it's happening. Well, which one then?
I can tell you, but I won't say.
What? Police stations have been attacked before.
Okay. Search the internet. You might find some information.
I have. I wouldn't be irresponsible and do this if I didn't know that. If this was like a genuine security risk and this genuinely posed a threat, I wouldn't be irresponsible and come and do this. Believe me. And if this was behaviour that I knew that terrorists engaged in,
But it is.
I would
They
have.
film
No, it's
targets. They
what,
definitely-
overtly
Well, they might
with
do.
this little crappy
How do
little
I know you're
gimbal.
not a terrorist? How do I know that? How do I know that?
You don't know that, but you have to go
Exactly
based
right.
on what you do know. There needs to be an
Exactly.
objective
Yeah, so what I
basis.
do know is
It's not implicate me as any sort of like prospective terrorist
No,
or
but it raises
otherwise.
my suspicion.
Well, you can be suspicious all you want. Like it's not a crime you suspecting me of doing something is not a crime. You need to have some sort of reasonable suspicion or objective basis to suspect me as a terrorist.
No, well, at the moment, I think you are filming a police station.
Yeah.
With no reason to do that. You are refusing to give your details. I have no idea where that information's going. And
The detective lists the auditor's actions: filming a police station, declining to give details, and visiting multiple locations, then concludes this creates a serious risk. However, each of those actions is lawful on its own. Filming in public, not providing details without grounds, and moving between locations are all permitted activities. Combining lawful actions does not automatically create suspicion. Without clear evidence of wrongdoing, the reasoning becomes difficult to support under legal standards.
I don't know, do we have a power of search? I think we can do that. I think we can do that.
Sure you want to do that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I don't think you've got grounds for a Section 43 search.
Well, I'm telling you, I think I do, okay? So...
Yeah, well, it's not about thinking. This is objective. It's not an opinion,
Okay,
is it?
okay, look.
The legislation's black and white. It's not I think.
You can have this conversation with the solicitor afterwards and they can come after me at a later date. That's absolutely fine, okay? That's your right.
So you're going to abuse my rights now, yeah?
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm going to use our powers.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, I find your behaviour very suspicious.
Okay.
You are filming not just this police station in Hampshire, but other police stations in Hampshire. You can give me no legal
Listen to what you're saying, Hampshire.
no legal reason why you are doing that, other than because you want to.
Yeah,
You are
that's. I don't
refusing
need a
your
reason.
details, so we can't even verify who you are or what you are doing it for. Therefore,
I'm not obliged to
I
give
consider
details.
that to be quite a big terrorist risk. Okay, so you are now detained for this search.
Okay.
Okay, under what is it, Section 43 of the Terrorism Act?
Can I leave this running?
Of course you can.
Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000 allows stop and search only when an officer has reasonable grounds to suspect someone is involved in terrorism. That means objective, specific facts, not possibility, not discomfort, and not guesswork. Filming a building, refusing to provide identification, or simply being in a location with a camera are not, on their own, indicators of terrorism. Each of these actions is lawful in a public setting.
There is anything that needs to raise that suspicion even further.
So what items? Who's conducting the search firstly?
These two are going to conduct the search.
But you've just
Yeah, I've
launched
given
with
you
it.
grounds.
So what are these officers going to be searching for?
Anything related to terrorism.
Such as
or
what? That's a bit abstract, isn't it? Any sort of
Well, it
specific
is.
items?
Not at the moment. That's what
Maps.
that's what we are doing it for. Or it might say he's on a terrorist watch list, and then we've got something to worry about, haven't we? So that's
You're not
what
going to
they're
find my.
searching
You're not going to find my info
for. Okay,
though.
that's fine. But they're going to search you for that purpose.
This
okay?
power doesn't. I don't have to provide my information in this power.
No, I'm not asking to provide anything. I'm
But you
saying
just
they're
said
gonna search you.
you're hoping to find ID, this and that. Like,
Yeah, if they
Notice how the search is framed. When the auditor asks what the officers are looking for, the response is broadly stated as anything related to terrorism without identifying specific items. Under terrorism stop and search powers, the intention is normally to look for clearly defined evidence linked to suspected activity, rather than an open-ended search, when the scope of the search is not clearly explained. It raises questions about how focused or justified the process is in that moment.
Of course you are.
yeah. So then, why are you infringing on that?
I've told you that.
So you've already been told the grounds.
All right. Why don't you call me sir? How about that?
Okay, sir, you've already been told the grounds. So
Okay.
PC file from Southampton Central Police Station. The reason we're searching you is because you're acting suspicious outside a police
I
station.
thought he explained the grounds.
Yeah, no, we've got to go through something prior to doing the search.
Go wisely, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yes,
Let my colleague explain it.
there we go.
Sure.
Okay, so that's obviously the grounds for the search. You can see my warrant card if you'd like to see my
No,
warrant
it's cool.
card. Okay.
Just get on with it.
Okay. So fast. Of the search is in order to essentially see if there is anything that you have on your possessions that is involved with terrorism, okay, or anything. Okay. So
Steve ran away from your waist for my colleague searching. In the meantime, maybe take your bag off your shoulders, please.
This ain't good, you know.
Hey?
Sergeant, this isn't good. Okay, you done with that? Like, do you want to keep? Why are you keeping hold of that?
Opening and closing it. That's all I'm doing is opening and closing.
Can I have my property back?
No, not yet. We haven't finished the search. Still detained for this moment of time.
Yeah.
722.
Who are they? Is that the counter-terrorism unit?
Is it?
Is it? Yeah. No.
Counter-terrorism rules don't work here.
Were you expecting to find like an ISIS membership card or
Got any
something like?
tattoos or anything? Any tattoos? I was going to put this property.
Why does it matter?
Because I'm asking you to see if I can help see if I can help myself.
Why am I going to help you, Lynn? I don't have to assist you. I don't have to assist you in an investigation, do I?
It's not an investigation.
The search is completed and no prohibited items are found. With no evidence recovered, the immediate purpose of the search itself is effectively concluded. Under Terrorism Act 2000, Section 43, the power relates specifically to stop and search for terrorist-related items based on reasonable suspicion. It does not automatically extend to compelling identification beyond what the law allows in that context, i.e. in general. Once a search has been carried out, any continued attention or further action must be justified under a separate and clear legal power. Without that, the situation becomes legally more limited and must still comply with established rights and procedures.
So why am I still detained? If you've completed the search, as I'm further detained, this is becoming more and more unlawful because now you're detaining me to find out my name. Like, that wasn't the...
What we saw today is a disputed example of how Section 43 powers under the Terrorism Act 2000 were applied and challenged during an encounter. The auditor raised concerns about whether there were clear grounds, while the officer relied on broader suspicion linked to filming activity. The situation also highlighted key differences in interpretation around reasonable suspicion, search scope, and detention procedures. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.